Alright, guys, I made it over to the lady's house. Sorry, I'm snacking. I haven't really been eating much today or yesterday. We've been going so much, but I'm going to be starting the little Bible study soon. At least one of the videos. Many. I think I have the other two in my bag that I was going to do. Oh, I didn't show y'all my bag. Oh, hold on. I got it for work purposes. Try not to spend any more than I have to. And we need a light. Only bad thing I don't like about this room, not regular lights or lamps, but I hope I can show y'all. Little snackies in there. It's like a book bag. I can't pronounce the name of it, but it's really a diaper bag. I needed something that was kind of big, but not like a regular book bag. One of my friends, someone in her job, she works at Once Upon a Child. It's like a little consignment shop for baby and kid clothes. If you don't have one in your area, it's popular in Florida, and there's one in Tennessee, in Nashville. At least the one I only seen one when I was visiting last year. So my friend Jean works there, and so a lady brought one in. The other workers didn't realize what it was. She kind of knew right off because someone in our church has one. Something similar, or did have one when they had babies. Now their kids are grown, so it's, they got rid of it, passed it on. And what she got, it was really, really pretty. It was black with pink roses, and it matches my purse. I was really debating whether I should get it or not. And I was like, well, it'd be good. I was carrying around a bag. Y'all didn't know, like, they can grocery shop in. It was besides the point. They wouldn't take her worker, boss wouldn't take it. They're like, oh, we don't take book bags, like big bags, like that. And so Gina was like, I'll take it. How much should I ask for it? She tries to, don't want to overcharge, but she wants to get a good guesstimate what other people think. She paid $3.50 for hers. I paid, what I found, Poshmark is ridiculous. Someone on there wanted $50 for it. I went on Amazon, found one. It's exactly the same thing, but a different brand. And it's it was $29. The most expensive one was like $32, $35, something like that. And I found mine for $29. Had a $5 off coupon thing I could apply to, and it was free shipping. So it was like $22. Well, the original. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. Now I would have had to pay, it was $22, a little over $22. It was $22 and some change. And I ended up charging me only $16. So it's brand new, it had the tags on it and everything. So brand new, I don't mind paying maybe between $10 and $20 for it. But I got it because of my shoulder. I always like to pick up with this hand on the side. I don't know why. I've always been like that. And I've been trying to use my right side more. That's why I carry my purses a lot. It's my right side. But I get tired of carrying a big bags around. I think it's part of the reason why my arm and my shoulder is still hurting. And I feel like I overload it. And this bags really help me with the shoulders, and it's not too heavy to carry there. It doesn't feel as heavy. See, I'm talking with my mouth open. Oh, please excuse me. So yeah, I was debating whether I should get it or not. My mom was like, "Go ahead and get it." So you need it for arms and all. I was like, I want to get stuff, but I don't always have the money for it. I need to pause this. I gotta answer this call. Alright, I'm back, y'all. That was my mom. She was telling me about another Alano's opening up. There where we were work. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to write this address down. I'm trying to sell stuff too. What's it? Okay, so what I was saying about the little book bag thing. I feel like it'd be easier on my. Well, it's a diaper bag, technically. It's new ones that coming out that look like book bags. It'd be easier for me on my shoulders. I feel like. Well, so far so good. It's good. And then every time we have to go with the lady we watch to any doctor appointments or anything like that, I don't know what it is, and I'm not down on anybody, so please don't take that the wrong way and just run off with it in the comment section. Please be respectful. That's all I ask. It's okay to have your own opinion and form it. I'm okay with that. Just don't be mean. Or be mean spirited about it. Kids don't really bring diapers with her. Usually, I call it diapers, but she's got to have pull-ups. And for you guys want to call them, I call them either way. They're grown adult diapers. It's always good to have one or two with her. I know she peed on herself one time on the way back here to the house, and they didn't have extra anything. So it'd be good use for even putting a couple of them in that bag. So I was like, more I thought about it, I was like, at least if I make that investment, I can use it for work. Either way, whether I bring stuff over to work on while she's taking naps or when she goes to bed, or as she's eating, I can, anything I can work on, like taking notes for videos or whatever, or planning stuff, because I can set my planner in there, and we go off, we can put her diapers in there, pull-ups, whatever you want to call them. So, anyways, moving on. Oh, I forgot what to put one thing down. I had to make sure I get okay. Anytime I'm over here and someone wants to buy stuff, I can at least meet them at the door. I don't ever bring people in somebody else's house. That's just me. I don't really do it a lot. If I knew the person that's coming to buy stuff, I'll let them in my own house. But even with people I don't know that comes to my house, I'm kind of leery about it. I mean, it's different when somebody got saved and born again, you become a new Christian and you're working with them. Well, we'll call them new converts for those that don't know. But for somebody I'm working with and I can't afford to do a whole lot, but want to spend time with them, help out spiritually, even just sit there, fellowship, have coffee, eat some snacks, play some games, whatever. But anyways, No, that's going to be a different video. I have some scriptures and packets, stuff like that, concerning new Christians or new converts, whatever you want to call them. They're new believers. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. And it's 5 parts: overcoming the spirit of pride. And a lot of times proudness goes with it. It's a tricky thing to talk about. Things can be done in the wrong way and in the right way. You know, there's good and evil. You know, the devil will try to get you boozed up, puffed up, and be all that in a bag of chips, like we used to say in the 90s. I guess some of us still do it. So we want to talk about that. I don't have my little stand where I can just hold up or this. I forgot those when I was trying to hurry up to get in the house because I got locked out by myself. Meaning I locked my own stuff out. And I had to wait on somebody with the keys to the house to get in. And I was trying to rush like everything to get stuff done, brush my hair. I don't think I did it too well. I was trying to rush. So, anyways, like I said, it's 5 different parts. Number 1 is, what is pride? We're going to talk about that. Number 2, where did pride originate? Number 3, what are some effects of pride? 4, how do we identify a prideful spirit? 5, how do we overcome the spirit of pride? And that's not saying we can't be proud to be a Christian. We can't be proud to be parents, and there's a sense of pride when our kids do right, or we see someone doing good and being successful that we know, and we know the obstacles they had to go through. It's a little bit different. I don't know how to describe it. It's a little different. But we're going to go through this packet together. And please excuse my reading voice. I'm hoping I can do these as, I don't want to say podcast, but like a podcast style with the microphone. I had the microphone, I had a gift card for Amazon, and I was able to get it through that way. Worked with a family member last year, and they gave me like 2 or 3 or 4 it's about 4 gift cards, $25 each. So we'll see, we'll get that and a couple of dresses, a few other things. I had to put money towards it. So we're moving on. Proverbs 16:18 says, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Number 1, what is pride? A definition is disdainful attitude towards other. It is characterized by a superiority of attitude or the quality of having an excessively high opinion of oneself or one's importance. To be puffed up, stiff-necked, stubborn, and stuck up, like you're better than other people. Just that on my own. I'm sorry. Definition there. It is an overinflated self-esteem. Pride involves the worship of self. Spiritually, the word pride does not refer to self-esteem or positive mental attitude, but to mental arrogance. That's the difference. And a refusal to glorify God. It is a combination of the words over and appear. It is the very opposite of Jesus' claim for himself, meek and lowly. Pride forgets how much we need the grace of God and will elevate human abilities. Number 1, pride is unique. All sins turn us away from God. The pride is a direct attack upon God. Oh shoot, I think he's asleep. I think she's waking up. She says that every time she wakes up. I don't know why. I have to stop this video and go somewhere else and redo it. as long as she's busy. Anyways, where did I stop it? Okay. All sins turn us away from God, but pride is a direct attack upon God. It lifts our hearts above Him and against Him. Pride seeks to dethrone God while enthroning self. Number 2, pride is complex. It takes many forms and shapes and surrounds the heart like the layers of an onion. When you peel off one layer and there's another underneath. That's quotes by Jonathan Edwards. Number 3, pride feeds off of nearly anything. Pride can feed off ability and wisdom, compliments, competition, seasons of prosperity, positional authority, years of experience, even success. Self-gratification, self-importance, arrogance, vainglory, high-minded, snobbish, and haughtiness are all adjectives. Okay. 1 Corinthians 13:4 says that pride is the opposite of love. Love does not parade itself. It is not puffed up. Most of the time we hear that in weddings. Proverbs 3:34 says that God mocks the prideful. Surely He scorns the scornful, but gives grace to the humble. Where did pride originate? The fall of Lucifer. That's number A. Number 2. Originally, Lucifer was the greatest angel that God had made. His name even means the cherub. I can't pronounce it. Cherub that covers. He was responsible for guarding the very presence of God. His beauty was unimaginable and talents unspeakable. No doubt many angels looked up to him as an example. Unfortunately, though, the heart of Lucifer, he began to think too highly of himself. He began to even have thought that he could be like God. No doubt he noticed all the attention God was receiving and wanted attention to be shown to him. Here is the 5 I wills Lucifer said in his heart. Isaiah 14, verses 12 and 13. So that's where you can find this. Number 1, I will ascend into heaven. Number 2, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. Number 3, I will sit on the mount of the congregation. Number 4, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. Number 5, I will be like the Most High. Talking about that. And it's also, how it said, all of his organs were made of different musical parts, so he would have been part of the worship, like over all that stuff. So, I gotta find what my pastor was talking about, because he did a study on that and was preaching on it, and the influence of music, and like how the godly and ungodly influences, different types of music and all that stuff. And it's not trying to condemn everybody, but he's trying to like say it's like this. You gotta be careful with certain things you listen to. These are what behind a lot of these things, and not everybody can handle listening to country music or rock and this and that. Especially when you're a new convert, you're a new Christian. You need to fill a lot of your space with praise and worship to God, and that's very important. So that was for free. So anyways, moving on. Proverbs 16:5. Everyone who is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not go unpunished. Exodus 23. You shall have no other gods before me. Here we see that God hates pride, and because of this sin, Lucifer could no longer remain in God's kingdom, rightfully so. Number 3, what are some of the effects of pride? Number 1, pride will bring division in the church. Pride will cause people to be argumentative. Rather than seeking truth, they seek to be right above or prove a point. Sometimes you got to pick your battles. Even if you're right, sometimes it doesn't work. Just pray for them. Go talk to the leader. What you got to do to resolve an issue. I'm sorry. I should drink something before I have this video. The other person is not taken into consideration, but rather they seek to make themselves look superior. This will cause division as no one wants to link with a stuck-up individual. True. If you stuck up, I don't want to go talk to you. I'm going to go right past you. Or at least I want to. Same. Yeah. And sometimes it might not be just that it's stuck up. It could be so much stuff going on in your head that not really, just kind of look like, I've been there, done that. But regardless, you need to pray for that person or people because they need Jesus just as much as everybody else. Even as Christians, we need them more than anything now than what we did. We still do. It's just you need them regardless every day. Move on to the 2 other points. Number 2, pride will cause mistrust of Christian leaders. It is very hard to receive direction or follow a leader if you believe you are Superman. You will look at others with a critical eye and try to find flaws in everything. You will seek to make yourself look good, so you will communicate the flaws you see to others. And domino effect occurs, and now the leaders in the church are not getting the respect they deserve because of one individual who is full of himself or herself and not willing to submit themselves to anybody. Number 3, pride is a hindrance to the blessing of God. God's blessings freely flow, but not to the prideful. It is like a plug that holds back God's provision. We reap what we sow, said Paul, and God is not mocked. God will not bless what he hates, and since he hates our pride, he will not bless us. Anything he gives us, we will turn around and receive the glory for it. God blesses us so that we can in turn give him glory. God is not in the business of puffing us up. It's true. Okay, section 4. How do we identify a prideful spirit? The individual will cause division and strife. As Proverbs 28:25 says, he who is of a proud heart stirs up strife. The individual with a self-reliant and not dependent upon God. That's number 1 and 2. Proverbs 28:26 says, he who trusts in his own heart is a fool, but he who ever walks wisely will be delivered. Number 3, the individual cannot be corrected by anybody. Ecclesiastes 4:13. Better a poor and wise youth than an old and foolish king who will be admonished no more. Number 4, the individual will exalt self and not God, aiming to be the center of attention. Matthew 23:11-12. But he who is greatest among you shall be your servant, and whoever exalts himself will be humble, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Number 5, the proud will have only a distant relationship with God, if any at all. I can actually say godless, prideful people don't have a relationship with God, period, and don't like God and have nothing to do with them. Or they claim to be Christians and they don't act like it. They don't do nothing for God. They just want the title and play church. I've had to deal with people like that, unfortunately. I mean, God help them, but it's just sometimes they're aggravating to deal with, and you're just like, God, please help me. So, anyways, moving on. Psalms 138, verse 6. For great is the glory of the Lord, through the Lord is on high, yet he regards the lowly, but the proud he knows from afar. Number 6. Prideful people will try to excel above others rather than living to please God with their lives. First, I can't speak. Thessalonians 2:4. But as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but God who tests our hearts. 7. A prideful spirit hates to admit a wrong and apologize. Basically, a prideful heart cannot stand to see others succeed and is very competitive. Number 9. A prideful spirit refuses to do lowly tasks and will serve only when being noticed by others. And you get the thing is, you get your praise, but it's by men, not by God. When you do that, that's your only reward. And the sad thing is, you probably won't make heaven your home if you're like this. So don't want to see nobody not make it to heaven. But we all have that choice whether we want to or not. John 13:5. Jesus poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with a towel which he was girded. And that was the Last Supper when he did that. If Jesus did that, why can't we, do what we gotta do? If it's scrubbing toilets at a church or going to somebody's else's house that's sick, bring them food, clean their toilets too, whatever we gotta do. So, moving on to section 4. What are some, I think this is, did I say section 4 already? It was next section. What are some examples of pride in the Bible? A. Naaman. Read 2 Kings 5, verses 1 through 5. Here we see a powerful general, Naaman, who was afflicted with leprosy. Elisha sent word to tell him that if he wanted to be healed, he must dip 7 times in the river Jordan. The river Jordan was very muddy. To do this would be very humbling. Naaman I can't speak. Demonstrated great pride in refusing to do such a thing, but eventually decided to listen to the man of God and experience complete healing. B. The Pharisee and the tax collectors. Read Luke 18, 9 through 14. I'll read the scriptures too. I put on here. Don't just listen to me. I want y'all to see that. It's not something I'm making up. It's good to read the Bible on your own. The story shows 2 men who went up to the temple to pray. The Pharisee stood and prayed and thanked God that he was not like the tax collectors and sinners. He rejoiced in his own self-righteousness. The tax collector, however, bowed down before God and cried out for mercy, confessing to God that he was a sinner. This is a contrast between a prideful man who prayed in arrogance and self-exaltation, and a humble man who prayed to God in brokenness and submission. After teaching this parable, Jesus said in Luke 18:14, I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. C. King Nebuchadnezzar Oh, I can say it perfectly in my head. Sometimes when I speak, it's like, well, whatever. So King Nebuchadnezzar, excuse me. So yeah, please bear with me. Sorry. Read Daniel 4:28, verses 28 through 37. Here was a king who had all the wealth and power he could imagine. The problem is through the he oh, I seriously can't read. The problem is though is he let it all go to his head. He began to believe that his accomplishments and gains were his doing, and that he was the so great that the people ought to bow down to him. That's why he did the statue. I think at first. Key verse, Daniel 4:37. Those who walk in pride, he is able to humble. Next over, the last section, number 5. How do we overcome the spirit of pride? A. Repentance. 1 John 1:9 says, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. The first thing we must do is acknowledge our pridefulness and turn away from it. B. Develop a humble spirit. God may use certain people or circumstances to humble us, but ultimately God leaves up to us to humble ourselves. The Bible tells us how we must do that. Come on, we pray and fasting. Psalms 35:13 says, David humbled himself with prayer and fasting. Number 2, practice this humility by serving others and expect nothing in return from them. Number 3, give to someone else in secret. Sorry, I read that wrong. Like, wait a minute. Matthew 20:26. Yet it shall not be so among you, but whoever desires to become great among you, let him be your servant. Philippians 2:3 and 4. Let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but lowliness in mind. Let each esteem others better than himself. Let each of you look out not only for his own interest, but also for the interest of others. For don't compare yourself to others, but compare yourself to Christ. We're saying that a lot over at church, and you gotta serve people and one another. It's not like back in a certain time you did nothing for nothing. Like, you didn't get paid for it. You out in the field. It's not like that. It's simply, if somebody's disabled, can't or old, can't take care of your yard, get a group of people or do it yourself and go do your yard. Go feed the homeless. Go do something. It's like that. You have to have a servant's heart and serve people and not expect stuff out of it. There's a lot of times I don't expect nothing out of it. I just do something because I see a need. I try to meet it if I can. And God sees that. And there's also some people blessed with a lot of stuff. Like, it's not always blessed financially, but in a lot of other ways. So there's rewards for that. And God will reward you. And the biggest reward is supposed to make it to heaven. I mean, you see in the Bible how pretty and beautiful it is. Like, there's just descriptions. Even in Revelation, it talks about it in different parts. Like, just read it for yourself. But, when you do good, you feel good. Also, so let me get to the last little bit. That part, I don't even whole half page, and I gotta finish this page. So let's see. Study passages that refer to God's greatness and our smallness. Job 40 through 41. It's both chapters. It's a good place to start. Matthew 11, verses 29 and 30. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find the rest of your soul for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Luke 11:21 and 22. When a strong man fully armed guards his own palace, his goods are in peace. But when a stronger than he comes upon him and overcomes him, he takes from him all his armor in which he trusted and divides his spoils. James 4:10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. 1 Peter 5, verses 5 and 6. Likewise, you younger people, submit yourself to the elders. Yes, all of you are you be submissive to one another and be clothed with humility. For God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. D. Stay mindful of what God has done in your life and where He has brought you from. Be grateful to God and others who have had a positive influence in your life. Be open to godly counsel from headship and leaders in your church. Maintain a learning posture. Read Proverbs 2, verses 1 through 5. Learn what it is truly means to be Christ-like. Keep focused on God, even in the hard times, as God may be allowing adversity in our lives to humble us. Getting set free from pride is crucial to us being free from other strongholds. It is like a huge boulder that stands in the way of strongholds leaving us. As long as we remain prideful and refuse to take responsibility for our own sins, our bondages will continue to grow. This is so hard to... There. More difficulties there. Okay. Some pride can be a good thing. It can cause you to do your best work, look your best, always put your best foot forward. Build your identity, self-esteem, and self-respect. It can cause you to make sure your community, places of worship, place of work, and home always look its best and operate as is best. This, however, must not be selfish pride in that we are so great individuals. Oh, wait. Hold up. Overlooking stuff. Always look the best to operate. This, however, must not be selfish pride in that we are so great individuals. Rather, we take pride in who it is we are representing and live our lives accordingly. God isn't glorified in our strength. Paul said in 2 Corinthians 12:9, His power is perfected in weakness. God receives all the glory when He gets all the credit. So that's it. I'm sorry I fumbled over words. Thank you for coming to another video of Bible studies, and I was hoping doing like once a week, maybe twice a month. Everything's so crazy. It just I've been so busy. So I'm hoping to do more. Let me know stuff that y'all want me to do too. Hoping I can find some more of these packets at our church too, because we got to take literature library. I wish all churches would have them. I know not every church has them, but it's kind of good to help people, whether they're new Christians or old Christians, and that makes good for studying your Bible and like okay, well, this scripture says it. Let's go look in the Bible and see. And there's times, like, even when I was a new convert, I had people take me back to the literature library, tape literature library, where they make the CDs and the CDs of the, what is it, the song service part, the service. You can get little studies, and I'm thankful for that. And I go back there myself and get stuff. I want to stay on it, and I want to help other people. You know, I feel like these things could be very beneficial in helping people, and in any way, shape, or form. Especially, you know, I mainly want to do this for women, maybe teen college girls. You know, just kind of help them with things. I'm not going to down you for a man watching this, because it shows on my demographics that it's mostly men that watch them. I ain't much to look at, sorry. But I just want to help people, and I know it probably helps with my views to where if I wear makeup all the time and stuff like that, I'm just not always up to it. I don't always have time. There might be a few videos where I do it. I'll make that exception. I'll try to do my best to do it, but that's not what I'm on here for. Is to look, try to look all that. I hope this study helps, and let me try to do what I can with this video, and hopefully I can do some other ones, or at least one other video today. Did I do one on Car Natalie? I think I did. I need to start making my list. I'm just so organized lately. I'm one of those, I like to be organized. So I definitely want to get better with my videos, get the watermarks off of them. I put it in the description on the last video I did today, one earlier. The one I'm using, you can do $9.99 a month for one thing. I think it's like something a little bit more for something else, and a lifetime, I think you pay just $19.99 down payment, which is not as bad as I thought. But I'm like, oh, if it's $20 or better, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that right now. So hopefully by the end of the year I can, or just say put money towards it, and just like, hey, this is for that. There's other things I want to get for my videos and to make them better, and I want to do better. I want to take more time to be able to edit them. And I know this month, and this is April 24th. So between now and end of May, it's going to be super, super, super busy. So I'm sorry for any crappy editing. So hopefully after in the May, I can do better stuff, and just give me time to work on get the watermarks off. I want to use this thing because it's one of the better ones I've had, the editing apps. I really like it. So if anybody's struggling with anything, I can see what I can do. I can send you all packets. I can do the studies, whatever. Just make a comment in the comment section. I can set up my email address. Get a hold of me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Go on Facebook Messenger. Just tell me who you are, how you know me. Just let me know you know me through my YouTube. You watch my YouTube channels. Because if I don't know you, I'm kind of like, oh, this person, I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know if I want to talk to them. I don't know. I'm just kind of, I'm not a mean person, but it just, you have some people that come up to you, the messenger, that I have no idea who they are, and some of them have been creepy. Trying to be nice about it, but they're more or less trying to hit up on me and get stuff. I'm like, I'm fat. I don't look good. Why y'all trying to hit up on me? Y'all just trying to get money out of me. I don't have any. I'm broke. No, well, I'm not broke, but I'm like, I get enough to pay bills and once in a while get to do something. And so I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know it's taking forever for me to end. So I'll see you guys later and yeah, bye.